going in like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car and whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and themselves. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Was it?
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You tellin' I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you tellin', I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kidding me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4 they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them going, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them Them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go now.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And the reinforcements come. Stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last run, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Let's go.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Steps away. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Sharon Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Nice move.
Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Here we go. 4th down, Lance. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, they're just go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in. 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
On the set.
They do go for it. Lance. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer. He just dropped it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To try again after the sack. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance looking to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position. possession late in this first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
But a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
The Lance going to throw.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
To throw, it's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's McLeod. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end DeGuara.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett on the tackle. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. Room here to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones runs over it, and a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They run over center with Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Lance now to throw. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Lance. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Desperation time here. Lance dancing to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. An inside give to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to validate drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he's going to have the Packers' first down.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, not no kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough. Damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2 that's like for they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent dude. Rent got them doing. That's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rent.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, right? 38.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lance. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Jackson running again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Lance. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Second down and goal. Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Lance.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Lance looks to throw again.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Jackson will throw again. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
49ers. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set. Don't let us down. Shot, 17.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Ravens.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Lance going to try to throw for this. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll run it again here with Davis. There's the stiff arm. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll try and run forward with Davis. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Davis taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double-dog dare them to do that? What was that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. And they'll go for it. Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mark.